Right, so I'm going to go kind of 2 for 1 here, and I'm going to go into the theme roller site. Although we've looked at it before, it's just to how we can implement it. So theme roller jQuery mobile is what I'm looking for, and it takes you just right into the interface. So you guys have already planned this app out, so you've got your color schemes, yeah? Way back, we've done color schemes for this. So I'm going to just kind of make this up as I go along. I won't spend too much time on it, but you can spend more time. There's 2 ways to do it. You've got your settings across on the left-hand side if you want to mess with fonts and various other changes, okay? So you can go and mess about with that if you want. I'm just going to stick to the colours just now, alright? So you see you've got 3 different themes. If you choose A, you get that, B, you get that, C, you get that. You can do 3 if you want to muck about with them. I would say I'm just going to choose the one, alright? So I'm just going to drag the colours onto the areas that I want to change. Let's see. So I'm going to go with something really simple, like that. Right, fair enough. So you understand that if you want to change things otherwise, you could go and keep on editing them. Okay, it's not offensive to the eye, so we'll go with that. So what you would do at this point is you would download the zip file. Now, a couple of things here. You've got to give your theme a name, right? So I will just call mine Michael, and I will download the zip. Now I'm going to use save me uploading stuff. I'm just going to use Notepad++ for this. All right, it should be identical, really. So I've downloaded my theme, and the first thing I need to do is extract the files. All right. Okay, so I'm working inside this folder here. Always make sure you know where your stuff is, right? So know what folder you're working in. So if I open up the index file, oops, I'll open up the Chrome. And there it is there. And you can see that that's the theme that I chose. So you can use this page as a reference on how to link it up. So I'm going to make a new page here. All right. Right, okay, just let me go through, all right, and I'll see it. So I'm just going to copy that just now, okay? And I will I should have Notepad++ in these machines, and I don't. I do. Okay. So hopefully you understand that me using this is no different to you using Cloud9, yeah? Just saves me uploading this to get a new project, okay? Right. So let's new, and I'm going to make a HTML document. Now I'm going to paste them in, okay? And I'll set up my document. You won't need to do this when you're doing it because you've already done it. So I've got my doc type, HTML, and I've got my HTML and head. Okay, and I'll just stick a title in. Okay, and title. Right. Also, you've got in yours, you've got the meta name equals viewport. Content equals width. So a lot of this stuff you've already got, guys. All right. Nice. Initial scale equals 1. Alright. So then we've got our links into the style sheet here, and close the head. Okay, and open the body. Now, in terms of where we are, if we're doing the header.php file, that's where our header.php file stops at the moment. Okay, so I will save this as header.html. That's the only difference. All right. Oops. Just get when I've downloaded it to it. Downloads. Just looking for downloads, can I see it? Documents. Downloads. Okay. I'll make a pig zero of this, but don't worry. See users downloads. And it is a couple of them. 1, 2. Okay, so I'll save that as header.html. Alright, and check changes. So this section here, I'll put a wee comment in. Does that make sense? Okay. And I'll just say so anything I put above this line goes in header.php and below that goes in. Okay. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put in a wee paragraph. Just say testing. Okay, and save that. And I'll run it in Chrome, and you'll see it seems to have taken the theme on okay. Alright, because it's got the blue background, the white text. So it looks like it's worked, alright? Right, so let's put it to a wee bit more use. Okay. I'm going to put in my let's put in the panel firstly. No, let's put in the data page. So I'll say div data dash role equals page, ID equals some page. Okay. Data dash theme equals A. Now the reason I'm choosing A is because I only set up one, and that was the first one. Okay. So inside that, I want to set up a panel. This panel is going to be your navigation panel. Okay. And that's where your menu will be. So I will say div data role. In fact, I'll comment it and I'll put it in. That's better. Div data dash role equals panel. ID equals my panel. Now this is important because the ID is what we're going to be referring it to when we're trying to open it. If you give that the wrong name and you refer to it as the wrong name, it will never open. But everything inside the panel is default hidden, or certainly it should be. Okay, so I'm just going to put in a wee paragraph and say panel. All right, and then I'll close the div. I'll put a wee comment saying end of panel. Alright, so I'll save that. And nothing appears. Good thing or bad thing? Good thing, right? We don't want the panel to appear by default. Okay. Right, so let's go back to the code. Now, in the panel, hopefully you understand, you'll be putting hyperlinks in because it will become your way of navigating around your app. Alright. Okay. Then what we'll do is we'll put a header in. So div data dash role equals header ID. In fact, no, I'll not bother an ID. Data dash position equals fixed, and that sticks it to the top. Okay, and in there I'll just say my app. And then I will close my div. Don't confuse header section with the header.php file. Okay. The next thing we need to do is put the main area of the page. The main area is where all your stuff will appear. Alright, so we're going to leave this opened. So I'll say div role, data dash role equals main class equals UI dash content. And again, UI dash content's important. Alright, it's the content of the user interface, it's what the user's going to see. So again, I'll just put in a wee paragraph and just say this is the main area. Alright. So, what I need to do is, how many things have I left opened? I've got the page opened and I've got that opened. So I've got two, haven't I? So in there, in the footer.php file, I will close off main, and I will close off page. Okay, and you understand that that will be in a different file, yes? We're all okay with that? Yeah. Okay. So let's save that and see how it looks. So you can see it's taking on the formatting. All right. What we've not got yet is the panel, but we need to make a button that links to the panel in order to open it. Okay. So let's go back again and see if we can put that in. Now I think the most sensible place to put the link to the panel is in the header. All right. So let's have a wee look at this. So after my heading, I'm going to put in a link. And I'm going to say ahref equals. Now what have I called the panel? So I've given it an ID of my panel. So I need to say hash my panel. Okay. And now this is where, if we want to make it look nice, we can put in class. Now bear with me here, right? This is so it's a UI, user interface button. And this means it's styled properly by the jQuery sheet. Okay. If you want bars on it, like the wee burger button, you say UI dash icon dash bars. Sorry, type's terrible. And if you don't want any text in it, you say UI dash btn dash icon. Now I don't remember these. I just steal them off the jQuery library website. All right, and you can do the same if you want. Dash no text. And if you want it to be curved, you say UI dash corner dash all. Right? There's no way you'd remember it. There's no way I'll remember it. example, what I do is I go and look at the jQuery mobile framework website and just see how you can style these things. Okay. Okay. Now I don't want this to jump to another page, so I'm going to put data dash Ajax equals false on it. Okay, that turns off the jQuery. Okay, in terms of the navigation. All right. Okay, I'll save that. Let's have a look, see how it's looking. We've got two buttons, so I've made some mistake. But and I click on there and you see the panel slides in. All right, not quite perfect. That might just be the way it's going. Now, why is that appearing twice? Ah, right, I see. Sorry. What have I not done? Didn't close the anchor. Right, schoolboy error. Okay. There we go. And that now works. All right. Now, if we want to put in some links in here, because you can see it just says panel. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and style it quite nicely. So there's various ways you can do this, right? And again, feel free to look into the jQuery mobile site if you want to change things. I'm just going to say UL, UL, another list. Data dash role equals list view. Data dash inset equals true. Right, so let's see what we can get from this. So in there, I'll say li, and I'll make a link to a page that doesn't exist at the moment, alright? So I'll say ahref equals other.html. I use them with PHP links, yeah. And I'll just say other and li. Right, so say that's the only. Once you've done one link, well, they're the same. Alright, so I'll put that in there. Save it, see what we get. You'll see that's what it looks like. Click on there. It says error loading page, right? It's because the page doesn't exist. Now, a couple of things I'll need to do with this to get it working. So, firstly, I'm going to turn that into other.html as well. So I've got my two pages I can muck about with them. Okay, and what I need to do is I'm just going to change that to say other, just so I know that I'm trying to go between the pages. Okay. So, still saying error loading page. How can I get rid of that? Well, the easiest thing to do, right, and this is what I would advise, is we'll say data dash Ajax equals false. And it should by default try and load the other page. Now just for this, let's see. I'm another, sorry. Two pages now. Why don't you open up index.html and stick that in as well. Oops, that's not what I was looking for. It was header, wasn't it? I called it. Okay. You'll see it's gone to the other page now. Alright. If I want to test it out again, what I want to do is have two links in each of the pages. Okay, save that. And put that in. Oops. And now what I should have, two links. That takes you to the header page. That takes you to the other page. Make sense? Okay. So that's what I want you to try. All right.